You have the slate up, right?
Yes, I did have the slate up. Who's now talking while the intro is going? Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us for another new episode of SCNS Live, the Super Cool Nerd Show. And I know I did this last week. Kind of boring, just me and talking a bunch of crap. But we followed up with some streaming, which we're going to be doing a little bit more. I'm going to be streaming some Doom, but I brought some friends along. Look, I got Rick. I got Cora.
Hi guys, I'm back. I am
Hello,
here. I'm
y'all.
alive.
Do y'all realize your names are up there, though? Hang on a second.
Oh no. Forget y'all ever saw that shit.
Well,
You don't see that.
we do. So,
Cover it up. Cover it up. Cover it up.
you should have changed your name. Can't you do that?
I don't know how. It just did that by default.
Oh my God! Now you're like cut off.
No, I'll
Let it
fix
slide
it
for
for
now.
next week.
Okay.
Just
So anyway, yeah, not all the crew is here. We kind of did this last minute, if evidenced by
Very
the fact that
last minute.
I'm eating OMG Elotus right now. So,
Elotes.
yuck.
What do you mean yuck?
support your local businesses, especially restaurants right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Because apparently on YouTube, amazingly, and get this, we can't say what's afflicting the world. Apparently they will demonetize our video. So we need to come up with an alternate name for the virus that is plaguing the world. So I invite my two co-hosts here. What should we refer to this thing on our show?
We should call it
The darkness.
No, that's cheesy.
But then we can
Project
be
Orange.
One of my favorite wrestling channels calls it Steve Carino.
Yeah.
He gets
Why don't we
that.
just call it
The
Orange in Chief.
Nah, that's getting to a political vein, and I don't want to go there. I want to have fun. I've had the political
Okay,
vein
let's have fun.
like all week. I don't know.
Why don't we just
The
call
thing.
it Deathstroke?
What do they call the thing in the Never-Ending Story?
I've never seen that, so I don't know.
the darkness.
Okay, we're calling it the
The
Darkness.
night.
There.
Or no, it was either the darkness or the nightmare.
I think it was the
I
Darkness.
actually.
Don't make me Google
yeah,
it
'cause-
because I would have to draw. I'm doing a screen capture. So anyway,
Ooh, you know what? I will Google that real quick.
well, in the meantime, what have I can't do it here. What have you guys been doing to busy yourself, maintain your sanity? Rick, what have you been doing?
I've been reading the Percy Jackson series that my friend Jillian suggested. We actually went to Half Price Books the week before everything shut down, and I grabbed the first book. And then once everything shut down, I had to call Half Price Books, and I did a curbside pickup of the next 4 books. So I've been doing that. I've been drinking. I'm actually still working right now, so I'm actually able to leave the house every day.
Huh.
And
From the chat, somebody said it should be called the Nothing. Anyway, and someone likes your
Yeah.
Razer car headphones or whatever. Anyway, sorry.
so yeah, that's what I've been doing. That and watching At Home Hub.
What about you, Cora?
Well, I also work. I work with the job I have is considered an essential business because it is telecom. So I'm still working, but when I'm not working, I've been switching between playing Final Fantasy XIV and Animal Crossing, which is kind of funny because I started doing crafting in 14 and there's a lot of crafting in Animal Crossing, so I'm just in a never-ending loop of crafting hell. Also, yeah, the bad guy from the Never-Ending Story is Gamuk from the Nothing. So it's the Nothing that the darkness is called.
All
So
right.
the person in the chat was correct. Thank you.
So you know what's
okay.
funny? I saw a meme that said like, this is the exact opposite of Pokemon Go 4 years ago. But
Oh,
but
Pokemon
now
Go
it's
Summer.
Like, yeah, but now it's like everyone's like doing Animal Crossing. Like I see more Switch codes on my feed on Facebook about, hey, I'm on Animal Crossing. So I actually thought about getting it, but then when I got to, because we sell video games on Nebraska Furniture Mart, I was looking at it, and then Jurassic Park Lego caught my eye, and I cut that instead.
I have
No, it.
personally, I have caught up on a lot of Netflix and Hulu shows. In fact, if you have not watched this Tiger King show on Netflix,
God, I fucking need to see this.
look,
Ah, there goes our one F-bomb. Dang it.
I'm gonna, and please don't judge me, but these are the trashiest white people I've ever seen. I'm sorry.
Oh, as a white person, let me tell you, we're all in some way trash.
This thing has everything in it: madness, people trying to kill people, meth. Of course, there's meth.
Tigers,
I
don't forget the
didn't
tigers.
realize that the tiger world was so damn cutthroat. It
Okay,
is
so-
crazy, man.
Here's what I'm expecting come June. If Fan Expo happens in June, I'm expecting so many Tiger King cosplays.
Oh yeah, like it is ripe for just making fun of. But yeah, I've been doing that. I've been doing a lot of drinking, and I've been playing Doom. A lot of Doom Eternal.
Hey, Mazel
Which
tov.
I'm gonna get me a margarita. My wife is fixing in there in just a little bit. But supply lines are essential now. I like to think that in all this, people are going to understand that guy stocking groceries in the store, that's an important ass job to have.
Yes, it is.
We
Keep
can
looking
only
at the
hope at
screen
least.
and not. And even Amazon, like I was going to, I get that toy itch, which, I mean, I was able to get, when I go, like I needed to go to Target for some milk, run over to the toy section like I'm breaking the law or something. So,
You are breaking the law. Toys are not essential, Jason.
I get milk and stuff while I'm there. Oh crap, I dropped something.
One thing that's
Okay, I
been
guess
really
Go ahead.
interesting with the nothing here in Dallas is we actually did have to have our CEO write us a letter that we could leave our home because we're an essential
got one of
business because Dallas or police officers are pulling people over and asking to see it since we're under a stay at home kind of deal.
It's like the
And they're
restroom
issuing
pass.
tickets for people that have them.
It's like the restroom pass as a kid.
Huh?
It's like
Sorry,
the
you cut out a little for me.
Yeah, you kind of cut out for me too. It's kind of like having the restroom
Yeah.
hall pass as a kid. Like this is some bullshit. Anyway,
I got one of those. They said, hey, if
How it was.
y'all can take one, but if you don't necessarily want one, I'm like, I'm gonna take one just in case.
like I said, we're gonna do
How it was explained to me essentially how it was explained to me essentially just real quick is if there's like a huge congregation of people and they're like, oh yeah, we're here on official business, and it's not going to the grocery store or being on the way home, the police are basically there to like issue the scatter warning, and if you ignore that, that's how you get the fine. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Which that makes a lot of sense. So
I could give you guys a note. That way you have to come here and do the show.
Hey, I'm down.
we're not as that. This doesn't count as essential.
This
Nice
is
try
essential,
though.
damn it.
We are providing entertainment. We are essential.
This is essential to my sanity. I actually want a hug.
We are essential as oil.
I miss those hugs.
Okay,
now.
look
Damn
here.
it.
Oh, really?
I know. Anyway, all right. Let's go ahead and kick this off. We got some super cool nerd news because I still have this opening. I think I do. Hang on. So, okay, real short on news for me this week.
Same.
Mandalorian Season 2 has already filmed, and we've gotten some information afterwards. Some actors are going to be playing some roles. One of them is unconfirmed, so I'm not going to be talking about that one, but the one that is confirmed, Rosario Dawson will be playing Ahsoka Tano, one of my favorite characters. I think that's awesome. I didn't. I guess this is further. This is past Return of the Jedi. So Ahsoka's still going, essentially. Let me push that.
Yeah.
Live. There we go.
I guess
It's
so.
what, 5 years after Return?
I don't even think it's like 5 years after Return of the Jedi. I think Mandalorian is actually a little bit not as far out. I think it's only a year or two. So, good news.
Oh, I'm gonna look it up real quick, man.
It's a fan favorite character played by a pretty good actress. So I'm excited about that.
It is 5 years after
It's
the Battle
5
of
years,
Endor.
really? Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it would make more sense. So anyway, yeah, Will knows dual lightsabers. I'm ready to see some. I'm ready to see some Mandalorian season 2. I need more TV. I know a couple of streaming services like WWE. I think they're free right now.
To an extent, yes.
To an
WWE
extent.
Network is free to an extent.
At this point, we should take whatever free TV that we can right now.
CBS released all of the Picard episodes for free.
That's pretty cool. I love all these little things that people are doing to help keep you entertained out there.
Amazon Prime. Oh, go ahead.
I said one of my favorites was that LeVar Burton was trying to figure out how to be able to read books without getting into copyright issues, and Neil Gaiman's like,
Aww.
you are allowed to read any and all of my works for free.
There you go. What about Amazon now?
Amazon Prime opened up their theater for kids completely free. So their entire library of kids entertainment is free to use.
Including Arthur.
Exactly, which means that I'm going to be binging a lot of Arthur later because, dear God, I miss that show. I miss what it used to be.
I mean,
The animation got real lazy.
Disney Plus released Frozen 2 real early, and I know they're releasing
Onward?
the Onward movie not this weekend but next weekend
I think that was
on Disney Plus.
tonight. Oh, okay. I actually did get to see
It was
that.
released. It was released to rent and buy
Oh, okay.
on to download, but Disney Plus is releasing it on Disney Plus not this weekend but a weekend after. Why do you have a severed head?
On an axe.
That seems about right, actually, for him.
Oh, that's just wrong.
Oh, I just realized I have a co-host
What's up?
now.
You have a what?
What?
No, actually, I'm not ready to expose myself like that now.
No, this is a YouTube show. You can't do that.
Here's my co-host, Laheim.
I'm going to drop off a camera for your laptop or something. Anyway, there
Me
was something
or her?
else that happened today, Cora. What happened in the world of Nintendo? Speaking of things that we're doing to keep ourselves entertained while at home.
Well, everyone was asking the question, hey, Nintendo, when's your next Direct? And then Nintendo said this morning, hey, here it is. Just here you go. They called it Nintendo Direct Mini, but it was 30 minutes long. And so I think they're just trolling us with the titles now at this point, which that's fine with me. I'm okay with it. They started it out with their with a beautiful trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, which will be available on May 29th. We got to hear some of the voice acting. We got to see more of the characters and some of their new designs. And I've never played Xenoblade before. I really want to play Xenoblade now. It looks absolutely beautiful. Not only that, we're getting an extra chapter added to the story. So you'll have your regular, like, what was the story in the game. And then they've added another chapter at the end called Xenoblade Future Connected. So it's like a continuation to kind of continue to wrap up that story.
Oh.
So we're going to have that addition to it as well. They also have a couple of different collector's editions that they will be putting out for pre-order, which include a 200-page, I believe it is, art book. The UK version has a steel book for it instead of just the regular book, and a vinyl of the music and a poster. So there's all kinds of stuff coming out, and that was just for the Xenoblade, and that's how they kicked it out. They talked about some other titles that would be coming to the Switch that were already out there. Borderlands is going to be coming to the Switch. I can't remember which exact version it is. My notes, I forgot to put that down. I just wrote, it's
3.
here. Borderlands 3, thank you. Borderlands 3 is going to be coming to the Switch, in addition to BioShock 2 and the whole BioShock series, just the whole thing.
Dang.
All of that is coming to the Switch, which absolutely great. I would like to see more adult and oriented content as well as the kid content, or I guess family-friendly content would be a better term for that. It's a nice mixture. We will also be getting Catherine Full Body for the Nintendo Switch, which I like you, Atlas, but that game's just kind of. I think it's overhyped, but that's just me.
Oh damn, shade.
Anyways,
can I bring up a
yes.
game real quick so this one I'm real excited about because it's not only for the Switch but also for the PS4. But they're bringing back Star Wars Pod Racer from 1999.
That was one of your
that
stories,
came out for
yeah.
the 64. They're bringing it out for the Switch and the PS4. No release date yet, not that I could find. But there's going to be 25 playable characters, including Anakin, Sebulba. There's going to be 8 unique worlds, including Tatooine, Barunda, and Malaster. You're going to be able to work with your pit joist to upgrade your pod racer for higher top speeds and acceleration. Discover shortcuts and secrets to master your lap times. And split screen multiplayer for the Switch and PS4, and LAN multiplayer for the Nintendo Switch also. I am super excited because this is one of my favorite games growing up, and I get to be a pod racer again.
Me and my best friend, when we were in the Navy, played the crap out of this game. We were like in our sea schools. Oh, wow, I'm old. Anyway, this gives me hope because if they're doing this, they may possibly, and I'm going to keep harping on it until I get Rogue Squadron.
Hey, you never know.
If this gets me a step closer. This is a LucasArts game. So was Rogue Squadron. And I'm actually going to buy this one because if I support this, they would go, okay, Jason, we notice you. We know you want Rogue Squadron. You better buy this pod racing game, though.
Now this is pod racing.
No, somebody was going to say it.
See, all right. There are still some more games coming out, though, for the Switch over the course of this year. Let's see, we got here, in addition to the pod racing game, we will also have Jedi Academy coming to the Nintendo Switch.
Ooh. Wow.
We will also. There's also going to be an update for Marvel Universe Alliance 3 with the Fantastic Four expansion pack, which includes, of course, missions against Doctor Doom along with Marvel's first family. Ring Fit Adventure. Ring Fit Adventure has a new update, which includes a rhythm game. In addition to changing the male voice, you have a female voice option now, and various language options as well. I believe the subtitles will still be in English, but you can change their speaking voice to a different language. So, like, if you're trying to do like immersion, you can do that a little bit easier. We will have, and this game actually looks really interesting. It's called Good Job, and your whole purpose is to do a job. And that sounds really boring, but it's either you can do it properly or you can just do it horribly. But as long as you get the job done, it doesn't really matter.
Know what I want to do.
So like a job or like an actual job?
No. Like you're in an office building. It's your father's company, and let's say the projector goes out in the meeting room. Well, there's a projector 2 rooms over and down the hall. Bring them the projector. Now you can either go in there with a cart, get the projector, and take it over, or you can fashion a slingshot and fling it through walls into the room and then hook it up. Because as long as it gets there and hooked up, it doesn't matter.
Give me a slingshot.
Like, I highly recommend just going and looking up the trailer for this game because nothing I can explain to you is going to do it justice. It just looks like a lot of fun, and it's available right now. So I highly recommend just going. Actually, you know what? Just go to the shop and buy it. It's going to be worth it. I already can tell. But
can you put a link for this?
I think you can. I think we can for the eShop. I think it has a link. If not, we'll figure that out. But real quick, just to finish up the Nintendo Direct, we also got a look at the first expansion for Pokemon Sword and Shield. I believe it was... Oh, I cannot remember the name of it now. Oh, I'm so sorry. My notes didn't write it down. Remember, there's going to be 2 expansions coming out for the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. This one is the first of the 2. You will get an exclusive Pokemon there for doing it. In addition to, once you complete everything, whatever your starter's final evolution is, you will get a Dynamax version of that Pokemon. So you'll be able to have a Dynamax version of your starter with a new move. Each one has a specific move. Scorbunny's final evolution has a giant fireball that he'll kick into the arena. Grookey's final evolution will have a giant drum set that they play, and Sobble will have he'll snipe a bitch. That's the best way to put it. It's even called something snipe, like it's a sniping shot. And these moves ignore any effect that's going on the field. So let's say that a water type would be, or a water move would be less effective to this Pokemon because of an effect they have. It overrides that effect. That effect doesn't exist.
Oh,
So
wow.
you can just literally raffle stomp something with these moves.
I couldn't
By
help
the
but
way,
notice
the
that
first
you.
expansion,
And, well, huh?
the first expansion is called the Isle of Armor.
Thank you, Isle of Armor. I knew it had something to do with that. But in addition, if you go and pre-order it right now, you will get the champion outfit for your Pokemon character. So the outfit that you see, I believe it's Leon. Is his name? I don't have the game, so I actually don't remember names.
Leon.
Yay, I got it right. The outfit that Leon wears minus the... Actually, no, it has the cape too. You'll get the full ensemble if you go pre-order that now as a thank you bonus for pre-ordering. And that's pretty much all of like the high notes for the Nintendo Direct. I still recommend going back and watching it because there's still a lot of indie games and a lot of smaller games that were in there that still look interesting. And that's how it always is with Nintendo Directs. Every single game in there is interesting, but we try to highlight the ones that are probably going to catch the most eyes.
And I couldn't help but notice that you said shield.
Put it down.
Or
I see the one on your arm.
shield.
Where's my sword?
I'm claiming the title of Captain America now. So just to let all y'all know, I'm claiming the title. I clearly have the shield. This is all I need, right? Right?
I mean, technically, I guess.
There you go. I'm going to go
Captain.
kick Red Skull right in the ding-ding. Something else is going to be red and swollen. Anyway. Rick, give me some news this week.
All right, so let me start. All right, so I already talked about the DLC, about the pod racing. So I'm gonna go actually a little dark for 2 things. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, jeez.
It's just been a very I blame the nightmare or the darkness or whatever
The
we're
nothing.
calling it. The nothing. So first, I'm going to talk about Viceland and their absolutely awesome documentaries that they've done for season 1. So Viceland did something called the Dark Side of Wrestling, Dark Side of the Ring. I'm sorry, Dark Side of the Ring, and it was 8 documentaries on basically the dark side of wrestling, like the Von Erich tragedies, the Montreal Screwjob, the murder of Bruiser Brody, the relationship between Macho Man Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth, which did not end very well, among other things. And they recently started season 2. Season 2 went right balls to the wall, and they went straight to the life and death of both. It was more about Chris Benoit, but they also really touched a lot on Eddie Guerrero, especially in the first episode. If you are a fan of wrestling, or even if you're not, I highly recommend watching this just because of the story of Eddie and Chris are so similar up until the end, because their ending to both of them is just complete polar opposites and just very, very, very tragic. Like what I mean, okay, it's been 13 years. Like Chris Benoit murdered his wife, then murdered his son, then murdered his wife, and then killed himself over a weekend in 2007, and that nearly brought down the entire wrestling industry. Like it nearly crippled everything. And um, they really go balls to the wall in it. They go in depth. They talk to uh, Chris Benoit's oldest son. They talk to his wife's sister. They talk to Chavo Guerrero. They talk to Rey Mysterio a little bit. Talk to Chris Jericho, who was very close to both Eddie and Chris. Um, they're both on YouTube. Just type in Dark Side of the Ring, Chris Benoit, and seriously watch the both of them.
I've been wanting to
They're
check it
not
out.
necessarily
I know
easy. But
it's gonna be.
go ahead.
I've been wanting to check it out. I know it's pretty bad. I was a big fan of wrestling right around that time, but yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it. I'll probably actually watch it tomorrow.
So
Lord knows I've got enough time.
the season 2 audience for the second episode of this did 320,000 views, which is the highest of all of the documentaries that they've done so far. But yeah, no, it's YouTube it, watch it. It's absolutely fascinating, really. I mean, I've read everything I could about everything that happened. All the but just especially seeing his son talk about it was hard because wrestling was his life. His dad was his hero, and for it to end like the way it did, it was hard. So, um, so yeah, so okay, on with the more bad news. I'm gonna rip this company apart just because. So one thing you gotta know is there's corporate Alamo Draft House and there's a franchise Alamo Draft House. So there's stuff going around. So everyone at Alamo Draft House, everyone got furloughed. They're all were like, hey, we can't pay you guys. Draft House corporate down in Austin said, hey, we're gonna have a $2 million budget set off to the side, and we're gonna help our employees. Not DFW. DFW basically said, hey, we're gonna furlough you guys, not give you your PTO, and we're gonna help you a little bit, maybe kind of. You guys can rate the kitchen, but more or less you're on your own. It got so bad that 4 employees went to Business Insider and just talked about, they blew the whistle. And honestly, I'm not surprised at all by this. This company says one thing in public, but behind the scenes, it is nothing the way it presents itself. I worked there for 4+ years, and honestly, this is just karma for them. Honestly, I am not surprised by any of this. I'll be surprised if they're able to open all of their stores again. I'm be surprised if more than half of their employees even come back, because the way they were just going to throw it to the street, it's.
Now, I thought that they revised this story and they were actually going to start providing for them.
Nope, the only corporate, only
Okay.
Alamo corporate down in Austin.
Wow. Honestly, there's going to be a lot of businesses that are probably not going to be coming back from this. And while I don't want to celebrate anybody going down during this time, this is a time to kind of show what you're made of and your dedication to your employees. I mean, look at some of the good ones out there, like Roadhouse. The CEO flat out said, take my salary and pay my people.
Yeah.
I think he's probably like, I think I'll survive a month without getting paid,
And like places like Tom Thumb, Kroger, Amazon, they're like, hey, we're gonna hire you everybody, plus give you a $2 raise.
Hold up. They need to hire people right now. Because unfortunately, people are now starting to realize how important that person is on the line of supply. We are the demand, they are part of the supply chain. And
also, go ahead.
they were not getting the respect that they were due, and now Ooh, seems like those people are needed. Maybe don't be a shitbird to somebody in the store. You know.
Oh yeah, like that. I
That
know.
was different. That was different. I'm getting pepper spray for that. Anyway, moving on. Moving on.
I want to give a shout out to my company. I'm not going to like name them or anything, but I do want to give a shout out to them because one of the first things that happened, like when um, things started to get more serious, I should say, especially because they're up in New Hampshire. Um, they're like, if you can work from home, you're working from home. No questions. We'll help you get set up. We'll help you get monitors. We'll help you get what you need so you can.
Yeah.
So they made sure to keep everything running smoothly on that end. In addition, because where I work, unfortunately, a good portion of my job cannot be done from home because it involves shipping or receiving or things like that. Um, our office is less than 10 people, so it's not a big deal to have our office still open. Also, we're all shut in, so I don't think it's going to matter too much. But one of the members of the board essentially works in our office now, and he's been doing daily check-ins to make sure everyone's doing okay, everyone's feeling okay, everyone's still fine. He went out of his way to like fight the crowds to make sure we had enough cleaning supplies, make sure we had sanitizer and soap. He made sure we had soap because as good as hand sanitizer is, it's a quick fix. You really should be washing your hands, like actually washing them. But like they went out, got gloves. We don't have any masks, but we don't really need them in our office. None of us sit within 6 feet of each other. I think we'll be fine.
There you go. So
But
I want to give a shout out.
I wanted to,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Stop.
just wanted to give a shout out to them because I really appreciate it. And they've been like, when Dallas County went under the stay-at-home warning, the first thing he did was pull the two people, me and another coworker that live in that county. Is like, are you comfortable still coming to work? Do you want to stay home? We have no problem with it. It's like, no, we're good to keep coming as long as they'll let us. But he wanted to make sure, and I while I still wanted to come in because I don't know the pay situation, I'm sure they would have paid us given how everything's going, but I appreciated the attention to concern. Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm done. Thank you.
Shout out to I have several friends that work at clinics or are nurses and doctors. Like shout out to every single one of them. I can
Absolutely.
think of three off the top of my head. Your better half, Jason. My friend Jessica, she's been ground zero over up in just a little bit outside Denton. They've had a couple of positive cases up there, so she's been dealing with that. And also, my friend Jillian, she's been helping just set up appointments at her clinic, just trying to get people in. She's also been training a lot of people, so shout out to her. Just shout out to everybody that's just been dealing with this, like all the people working at grocery stores, all the doctors and nurses, just all you guys. You guys are a huge blessing. Like, thank you guys for just being there. And yeah, like it's no one in the world was prepared for this. And honestly, in a way, we're handling it a lot better than I thought we would, especially here in Texas.
We could be handling it better. Okay, let's get back to the news. I want to get some good news out there. Considering we're all.
Ooh, I do have some good news real quick that I forgot about from the direct for all the Animal Crossing people. Download happened today because they did announce there would be a free download after after Animal Crossing was released, and it was officially released this morning. So make sure if you haven't opened up Animal Crossing yet that you do so. It is for the Egg Festival to happen later in April when spring starts, so that you can do the Easter event. You can hunt for eggs. You can build furniture from the Easter eggs that the bunny is hidden. There's also all of the trees will change, and so like some of them will be cherry blossom trees, so they'll be bright and pink and colorful. And there'll be new crafting recipes. It'll be just an absolute blast. So make sure that you've gotten that download so you can participate in the event.
I really do need to get Animal Crossing.
All right. Well, some good news on a front that I really love because I have a lot of time on my hands and nothing but. Well, the good people of Toei over in Japan have gifted me with not one, but 2 channels to watch their stuff on. First of all, if you download the new Pluto TV app, they have a channel 681 on there. It is Tokushoutsu. It is a collection of Kamen Rider, Ultraman, Super Sentai,
Ooh.
so many great of those Tokyo shows, and also some original content by some people that have been well in this for a while. Squall Charleston, who covers a lot of Super Sentai and Kamen Rider stuff, and a show hosted by none other than oh god, I can't think of his name. He was Skull on the original Power Ranger series, and he is hosting a show on there. So there will be some original content. But also, Toei has launched an official YouTube channel. They are releasing the first 2 episodes of some of their Super Sentai and Kamen Rider series. They will be subtitled. They say that some of them eventually will have dubbing on there, but that channel is supposed to launch. Hang on, it has not launched yet. Monday, April 6th. So the shows that
Couple
we'll
weeks.
start out with are National Kid, Captain Ultra, Yokai Becho, and Super Sentai series Go Ranger, the first, and Jackyu. So we're getting the first and second ones. Space Cop Gavin, which is one of my favorite ones. So yeah, I have been waiting for Japanese content to get here. And I got 2 channels. I actually have been watching a lot of Tokushoutsu. And this is more from Shout TV or Shout Factory. They've opened up this channel on this. It's a free channel. Subtitling is good. I'm in love with this, and I have nothing but time on my hands. So thank you for
There you
this
go.
wonderful gift. I don't have to do this illegally anymore.
You've been exposed.
I had no choice.
You had a
There's
choice.
no
You made the wrong one.
choice.
I'm already getting a bunch of crap from Near about an action figure I bought, and I don't want to hear it. All right,
Oh, I got another good news.
what you got?
So, for 36 years, WrestleMania was only ever one night. For the first time ever, WrestleMania will be 2 nights.
Man, they just copying Wrestle Kingdom. No.
Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so of course, with everything going on, for the first time ever, WrestleMania, for one, will not be officially live. They are actually pre-taping all of the matches right now. Actually, they're supposed to be done by tonight because of a new order that was placed over in Tampa or Orlando, wherever they're filming at. But WrestleMania will take place over Saturday and Sunday of next weekend, I believe it is. No fans, which will be very, very unique. And I'm kind of excited for this. I want to see how WWE kind of steps up their game for this, because this is going to be a very interesting and unique situation for them. But in a kind of weird way, for the first time ever, Vince can kind of sit down and actually watch the show and not worry about cues or anything, because it's all going to be just a nice little package and just put on the network.
Well, the other thing is, I mean, everybody is trying to make do what they have. I like what AEW's been doing lately with the empty arena shows, and yeah, we're just trying to get some sense of normalcy because things have just kind of grinded to a halt. I know a lot of the cons that we were expecting to go to, those are being pushed back. In fact, I was actually speaking to our friends over at Anime Frontier. They're going to be keeping us in the loop on, and yes, we are going to be heavily promoting this show because they asked, and they seem to have a good lineup and everything. But they haven't actually pushed. They have had to push their show back as well. They're going to keep us posted, so we're going to keep you guys posted here. A lot of the interviews and stuff that we were planning are not going to happen, of course. But you know, we can't even gather in the same place to do our show. So there are going to be lots of changes out there right now. So I know a lot of us that enjoy cons. This is really depressing. We're social creatures. We were all at AllCon when Dallas put down the word no gatherings over 50 people. And we were on the free night. And that is a shame for all. Which also, a little bit on that. AllCon, of course, had extended press passes to us to cover their event as press. We were able to get some video of the Bunny Hutch. It is on the channel right now. But this was bad for them. Their show was ready to roll when this came up. I know right now they were issuing refunds, no questions asked. But they also had an option, and you can either push your pass out to the next show. They are going to do another show, or donate to some of their relief fund. Because honestly, they got the rug pulled right from under their feet. That was
Yeah.
that was so bad. I did buy a ticket for Allcon beforehand, and I donated mine. It's the least I can do. It's a con I love, and that was so bad. As far as I'm concerned, they delivered. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. They had
Yep.
a very big extenuating circumstance come up, so I can't fault the con on this one. They did the best they could. So
Yeah. It was a very. I mean, they had really no choice, and it's not
it's just the
not
law.
their fault at all in any sort of way. So, but you know what, Alcon, I know it's going to come back next year, and it's going to be better than ever, and we're all going to be there, and we're all going to have a good time.
Yeah. So yeah, as far as I know, Fan Expo has been pushed out to June. That's our big one in the area as well. Um, I hope we make that date. I
Yeah.
don't know. At this point, I mean, my birthday's in May. I'm expecting to be celebrating my birthday through Google Hangouts with y'all like this. But
Now
anyway,
I'm going to get us all bubbles like Bubble Boy. We're just all be like just bouncing around.
anybody else got some news or something? Anybody?
I don't have any news, but I do have something fun that people can do while they're in quarantine.
Oh, really? What's
If yes,
Make
if you are someone
babies.
that likes, well, yes, I guess that is possible. I don't
Boy.
recommend it, but that's a personal thing. Either way, if you're someone that likes to color in coloring books, like like the adult coloring books for like meditation and just to like relax, and you just need something to do with your hands. A friend of mine, Straya Obscura, she is a dragon artist. She just released a PDF file on her website for free of her book called Mostly Dragons, and it's just pages upon pages of various fantasy creatures, mostly dragons, obviously, that you can print out and color, or you can color them on your computer if you have a digital art program.
I actually funny story.
And
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, perfectly free. It's kid friendly. She does have a link if you would like to donate to her, but she's not requiring it for you to do the download.
Funny story. There's an episode of Nerds with Coffee being released tomorrow, where me, Near, and guest Tech Force draw anime characters from memory.
Ooh.
Ooh, I'm kind of mad you didn't pull me into that one.
Definitely check it out on the channel tomorrow morning. It'll be out. Yeah. Other than that, I think this. Anybody else got anything before we close this out? I just wanted to kind of do a test, but it seems like this is going pretty well. So expect us to probably be doing our show more like this now for the foreseeable future, until we're not.
Oh,
What?
I got one for. Okay, so anyone watching, if anyone sees the Terramana tequila out there in stores,
Oh God!
please let me know.
I did not see
I
it.
need my rock tequila. I've been waiting. I get it. We're in a crisis, but tequila.
Yeah, in fact, that's what I'm going to do after I get off of here with you guys. I'm drinking some tequila. Anyway, I'm going to end the show right there. And with that, I do have on my Blue Lantern ring of hope.
Oh,
What? Where's she going? She just jetted off the screen. What the
I'm
heck?
bringing my co-host.
Your co-host. What the hell is she doing? Anyway. No.
I can't see. What is it?
No.
Oh no.
I
He has
swore that
clothes
thing
on,
would
guys.
never be on the show, and she got me. Oh, put it down. Oh, God, her body pillow, her senpai pillow. Anyway, guys, we're going to have a little bit more of a structured show. Next week, please join us. This is just us letting you know that we are back. We're going to be doing some things on the channel. I'm going to stream some Doom this weekend. Doom! And
Doom.
if you want to follow me on social media, you can follow me, excuse me, on Twitter and Instagram at JasonTheX. Rick, where
You
can
can
they find
follow
you?
me on Instagram at under Nerdy Rick 89. I'm doing the 366-day challenge. I've yet to post today, but I probably will after the show. So just keep an eye out for those.
Gotta make
And
Lower Thirds next week too.
read the Percy Jackson books if you haven't. They're great. I'm on a big Greek kick right now, and I want to get myself a Spartan shield.
Core.
All right. If you want to follow me for artwork related stuff and or Animal Crossing stuff, and Suikoden, a lot of Suikoden, you can follow me on Twitter at CorodonoArt or on Instagram at Corodono. If you would like to follow more of my Final Fantasy stuff, my screenshots, things like that, you can follow me at chaotic_noodle, or you can even find me in game on Crystal Mateus server. And if you can figure out my character's name, you can hang out. Maybe.
All right, of course, follow SCNS Live at SCNS Live on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook.com/SCNS Live. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, new Nerds with Coffee out this week, out tomorrow. There'll be a new toy review on the channel. I review the Marvel Legends Black Widow wave, which is a good wave, surprisingly, except for one really lame character in there. So anyway, so until next time, guys, as they, I was going to say that, keep on nerding, but until this, like I said, Blue Lantern, I'm not going to go through the whole oath, but look to the stars for hope burns bright. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Wash your damn hands.
Wash your hands.
Cough into your elbow. Do the dab.
Practice safe sex.
Do the dab.